Good evening, folks. Going to tie a wee choice fly here for you this evening. It is the West of Ireland Goldenolive Mayfly. That's it there. So it is. Stunningly beautiful fly. I love it. One of my favourites for a big ripple. Works especially well in all the bigger Irish locks, the likes of Corab and Mask and that, where you do get really big hatches of mayfly. However, that's not to say that that's the only time that it'll work, is that whenever waters are getting hatches of mayfly, this fly will catch you fish in locks that don't even get mayfly hatches. I've used it over here, and as I say, locks that don't get mayfly hatches at all still catches fish. Right, I'm going to tie in the tail, and the tail is just 6 or 7 pheasant tail fibres. Now for the length, you're looking for at least, say there's one, right? You're looking for a minimum twice the length of the shank of the hook. 2 to 2.5 times the length of the shank. Just catch that in with a pinch and loop. Give it a nice return or two to secure it. Put that about with the fibres. Make sure they're sitting where you want them to sit. Make sure you're happy with your length. And then just start to tie down. Secure all that in. The hook that I'm tying on, folks, is a Hook-kamasan B175 size 12. I'm using olive tying silk, olive unithread, size 80. I'm just going to trim that off there with a wee taper. Tidy that up. And at this stage, I'm going to apply the rib of the fly, which is just a piece of Vineyards French gold wire, size 26. So I'm just going to catch that in underneath there and wind down the side. The reason I catch it in up at the top there, folks, is just to keep the body of the fly nice and uniform. You'll notice there that I've left quite a wee gap, maybe 3 to 4 mil. That's because I need to tie in my palmer, then there's a hackle in front of the palmer, then there's my final head hackle, and then after that I apply a fluorescent yellow hot head to the fly. So make sure you give yourself plenty of room. Now I'm just going to take some wax, apply some wax to my tying silk. So and the body of this fly is rabbit or hare, or whatever you want to use. This is just a wee patch of rabbit fur that I use. What I like to do is I like to mix it between the light side and the dark side. So I just take a wee pinch from the light side, and it's only the tips. See the white underfur? The white underfur is no good, so you don't want it. So if any of it comes out, just like that, see that there, the white stuff coming out, that's no good. Tease that away. That's the tanny beige coloured fur. That's what gives the fly the nice natural mayfly kind of effect. As I say, I like to mix it up between the light and the dark. I'll just put a wee bit of dark on there. There we go. And then just come down, apply on your dubbing, keep it nice and even. You see the wee dark spot now coming towards the front, finished off by a wee touch of light. That's just the way you want it. There we go, that looks good to me. At this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring around my gold rib. I like to have it on this side for locking in my palmered hackle. So the palmered hackle is this. That's just a cheap wee Cree cape, but it's been dyed West of Ireland Goldenolive. There's a good friend of mine dyed that, Chris Gordon. Chris started buying wee cheap capes and that and dyeing them a while back there. He's done quite a few for me, and they've turned out really amazing. I use this one quite a lot for doing mayflies and all our bumble type wet flies. He's done a magenta one for me. I use it quite a lot for my stone goats. He's get it down to a fair now. He's get really good at it. So some of the colours he can produce is amazing. And as I say, this is the West of Ireland Goldenolive element obviously. So I'm just going to catch that in there on the side. My wax or my silk's already been waxed from applying before, so that should give me a nice tight solid grip. And I'm going to come a wee bit further down towards the eye just to keep the head area a bit more even. And then just first 2 wraps always around the head, and then just start to come down with your palmer. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 I usually try and aim for. There we are. I'm going to bring that round. This is the advantage of bringing your wire underneath beforehand. You just change your fingers, catch your wire and catch that in, and that's your palmered hackle nice and secure. And then just bring your gold wire rub up. 1, 2, 3 and a final 4th. At this stage I like to just tease everything back, bring your wire up. At this point I'm going to trim that away, bring your wire underneath, catch it in, and then just a couple of extra turns just to secure it. And you can trim away that excess, and if you actually just punch the body of the fly and pull that, it just breaks away. And there we go. Let me see how that looks. Right, lovely. I like that. So far so good. Now for the second hackle, and it's an orange. This is an orange genetic hen. Going to tie this on straight. Sorry, tease that back first. Kind of just tidy that area up. Get a wee step ahead of myself there. Right, there we go. Right, I'm going to catch on my orange hen. And again, just wind down towards the eye, just keeps that head area nice and neat and even. Now, you're not wanting to overpower the colours on this, so see, one at a maximum 2 turns of this is more than enough. So it is. There we are, and that's enough. I'm just going to tie that off with that. It's just a slightest wee flash orange, that's all you're looking for. Come on, and trim away your excess. And that underneath, trim that away there. And then just tease all them fibres back, and then just tidy that area up. And there we go. So it's just the slightest wee hint of the orange you want, because you don't want to overpower your Goldenolive, and you don't want the orange to be overpowering your final hackle, which is this. Look, great feather to work with this. It's French Partridge and it's dyed Goldenolive. So I'm just going to catch that on here on the side. Couple of nice tight turns just to really secure it, and then come right down to the eye. And at this stage you can trim away that excess. I'm going to take my hackle pliers. I'm just going to locate the top of a French Partridge and begin to wrap this. You'll see when you're wrapping it how beautifully it flares. It really is a fantastic feather to work with. I love it, and it just gives your wet flies such a striking finish, and also gives off a lot of movement in the water. Very soft feather, absolutely ideal, perfect for your wet flies. I'm going to try and get one more out of that, hopefully without nipping the hackle. There we go, jammed it. Tease all that back. Oh, I was lucky. lucky there, catch that in. I was very lucky there, that just slipped right at the very end. And one more, stay secure that. There we are. Then just, when I come in with my scissors, trim that away, and then I'm just going to tidy the head up. Play about with your hackles, the hackle fibres, make sure they're sitting the way you want them to sit, and then just come in and tidy up. Just tidy up your head area. Because as I say, I'm going to apply a fluorescent yellow hothead to the head of this fly. So once you've tidied that up, as I say, play about with the hackles, make sure you're happy with them. That looks good enough there to me. So it is, I'm happy with that. There we go. Right, at this stage, just come in with your whip finish and just a couple of turns. Just whip finish the fly off. There we go. Right, that's the easy bit done. So it is. Now comes the hard bit. So for this, I'm using Globrite fluorescent yellow number 10. Right, take your Globrite, apply some wax to it, because if you don't, it's just going to slip on you constantly. So make sure it's well waxed. And then you're wanting to come in at the eye, bring that over towards yourself, and then try it and wrap your head away from yourself. And when you get to the halfway point, just trim that off. And now try and form your head as neatly as possible. Right. Now, starting to open up and fray. That's what we don't want. Then I'm going to try and get that whip finished. As I say, this is the harder part of the fly. Tying the fly is the easy bit. It's forming this head and trying to get it so that it doesn't slip and nice and neat. We're going to get lucky. We are. Boom. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. 9 times out of 10 I don't get that first time. But that's it, folks. That's your West of Ireland Goldenolive Mayfly. Trim that away. All I'm going to do to that now is just apply a coat of varnish, let it dry, and then apply another coat of varnish. But there you have it, folks. As I say, very, very effective fly. Seeing a nice cloudy day, big ripple in the water, plenty of flies hatching. You can't go wrong with it. So you can. But listen, guys, thanks very much for watching the video. Hit the subscribe button, folks. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave comments. Let me know what you are thinking. Any suggestions? Anything anybody out there wants to see me tying for wild fishing? By all means, give me your suggestions. I'll do my best to accommodate these. But as I say, folks, thanks very much for watching the video. Till next time, guys. Tight lines.